Got myself cut off there. Yeah, I still think this game is good. That's what I was about to say. Kind of went over the time limit. Revenge, Chapter 1. Or Chapter 1 Revenge, how you like to go for it. So we were in Cyprus. We go on a whaling vessel. Going to port in the Suez Canal. But we slowly train. Well, it's not going to help us with that much. And this is where we start off. Afghan. Diamond Dog's reward. So every single time that you complete a mission or you can progress the story further, you get cassette tapes. So you get Ocelot Briefing 1, The Man on Fire 1, and basically these are briefing recordings. And the music tape is just an added bonus. You also get emblems as well as you progress through the game. So you get fire emblem. Vehicles can now be customized. So any vehicles that you get in the game, whether it be a car, a tank, a truck, and obviously a helicopter that you don't personally fly, but you get flown to areas for certain areas, you get to customize them as well. And it all gets done via your iDroid, which kind of gets explained in the game. And mission 1 is what we call Phantom Limbs. It's kind of like, you could say it's a demo for the game again, like for you to ease into the whole sneaky. And there are other things as well which we need to do. So let's try and crack on. Phantom Limbs. See, I kind of predicted it, didn't I? Okay. Spoke my key. March 21st.
The area ahead is under total Soviet control. Miller's been captive for 10 days. Not much time left.
Weather will clear shortly.
Storm's passing.
Getting used to it? After 9 years on ice, solo infiltration of the Soviet main ground forces. Should be the perfect one.
Okay.
Kazuhia Miller is being held in Dawandehar to the north. Check its location now. Take out your iDroid. You see Wandi on the map? That's where they're keeping Miller. Only problem is, we don't know his exact location. Finding it is your first priority. Got your binoculars? Or should I say, your int scope? See the village? Straight ahead? To the right. Alright, that's the village. If you see something through the binoculars and you need more information, just give me a call. I'll tell you anything I can about it. That's Violo Village. The Violo Calais. The villagers fled the war and evacuated a while back. Since then, it's become a base for the Soviets' 40th Army. A few days ago, Miller was taken through there, en route towards Dawandehar. You may be able to pick up the trail there. It's worth a shot. Put a marker on it so you don't lose track of where it is. Good. Now you won't have to worry about getting lost along the way. He can't have much left in him. I give him 3 days, tops. If we fail, and he dies, we lose our chance of revenge. But we need more intel. If you just go charging into Dawandehar, you'll be putting both your lives at risk. See what you can find out first. The Soviets have other outposts, not just the one you saw. Afghanistan is a big place. I expect you'll become quite familiar with those binoculars as you plan your next move. How and where you make it, well, that's up to you. From here on out, you're on your own. You're a legend in the eyes of those who live on the battlefield. That's why you have to handle this mission yourself. Put those 9 years behind you, and return as Big Boss. That's how Koss would want it. I'll be sending additional intel by radio. Stay sharp. Not one of Miller's bodyguards survived. And they were good. All we found on the scene were their corpses and knees. They'll be missing them. And you're his only hope of getting them back. Now go! Let the legend come back to life.
Right. Looks like he got Fultoned out. Right. Now there was something up here which we're going to go and do now. So we're only equipped with our scope, a silencing pistol, and an assault rifle, and they're all level 1 tier. We also have a night vision, but that's level 1, and we have the Phantom Cigar, which is also level 1. We also have grenades.
Even the sheerest cliffs are climbable if there are cracks you can use as handholds. You might even find some unexpected routes that way. Keep an eye out for cracks on your travels.
Now we also just picked up a plant. And there's a diamond.
That's a rough diamond. Good find. It'll fetch a high price.
Alright, so you notice that we've just done an objective. So you look onto your missions. We got to try and find as much as we can about what we're doing. So we've got to pinpoint where Kaz is, and we've also got to extract him as well. Now there are others, so we have to extract a commander from Wakasan Barracks, complete the mission without being discovered by the Skulls unit, which is something else, and extract the transport truck driver. So we want to get to these places as quick as possible. Right, let's begin. Now we could do this all on foot, but it's much more quicker to do this on D-Horse. So this is a much more nicer and easier way to kind of sit in the game, as it were, to see how things get going.
Hold it. There's a Soviet guard post. There are bound to be guards. Take a look with your binoculars.
Yep.
Put the enemy in the center of your field of view.
Now, we don't want to get detected, so we're going to try and stay out of sight, as it were.
Those materials are already processed. They should come in handy sooner or later. Why not start gathering them?
Right. Now, there's no way that he's on his own.
That's a type of medicinal plant. Bring it back to base. It's sure to be useful sometime. Sight, sound, keep all your enemy senses in mind. When you're near an enemy, stay low and move slowly.
Alright, so we can try and taking this guy out. But there's one problem. We can't interrogate him because we don't have the necessary language skills. I'm just going to pause the game very quickly. Which we got. Right, so we're going to get somebody that we want to extract, and he's going to be in the village up above. Well, where the A thing is. So we're going to head over there now. We're kind of making a bit of a detour.
Don't leave bodies out in the open. Find some place to drop them out of sight.
Come on, boy. Didn't want to kill this guy, but you never know. I was kind of hoping I didn't have to kill anybody yet, but hey, I can't rely on my pistol skills yet.
You're almost at the enemy outpost, Vialo Village. The village is crawling with enemy soldiers. Don't just go waltzing in. Start with some recon. Is there anywhere that overlooks the village?
Now at this point we are actually going to ignore Ocelot. I think that's the driver there.
There should be a command post somewhere. See any buildings with tighter security? If there are clues to Miller's whereabouts, I'll bet you can find them in there.
Oh yeah, we don't have the folding device. So technically, yeah. So we won't be able to actually do what I suggested.
A dumpster. Looks big enough to hide somebody. You could stash a downed enemy in there, or hide in it yourself. Just don't stand too close to me afterward.
Right, so this will probably be the driver that we have to extract, but we can't do anything to him as of yet. Fucking hell. There we go. Out cold. Something which is also handy. Rolling. Oh yeah, also you hear radio music.
A parabolic antenna. There could be intel files of some kind in there.
Behind the depravity. Hey you. Let's go.
minutes.
Well, I was about to say something, but never mind.
So you picked up an intel file. Now we know where Miller is. I'm marking it on your iDroid.
Now that truck driver, we want to actually use him if we can. And you got in trouble there. Alright, so we can use this to get around. It's not to upset D-Horse or anything, but much more better. Now, we'll call D-Horse because we want to build a bond. Alright. Now there is supposed to be a commander that we're supposed to also extract, but we can't do this at this stage since we haven't unlocked the Fulton balloons. Or at least just yet.
Anytime you need advice, just give me a call.
So at this stage, it is generally just avoid and evade. If you really don't want to get yourself caught or killed, just, not saying you have to do exactly what I do, but if you don't want to die, then just avoid any personnel. If you see guys, you don't have to engage with them if you don't want to. Just use to your advantage that you can do this with D-Horse. If you're wondering how I'm doing this, you just hold X and Snake will lean on one side. If you tap R3, he'll swap to another side. Basically, it gives you the tutorial when you know, do this. And sometimes this glitches out where he trots quite quickly, so it's nice. And if you stop, well, sometimes if you stop, he'll go back to normal. Alright, so this is where Kaz is being held. So we've gotten here quite early. So this is pretty good. Now this place is going to be heavily fortified. So just need to think about this. The road is fine for us to stay on for a bit, but we're going to take a look. So they're going to have a guard that's posted on there. Another guard there. So they're kind of a bit twitchy at the moment. We haven't raised any alerts yet. It looks like to be quite a few communication towers. Like satellites and whatnot. Now, there isn't really much we can do except remove and replace markers, so we can't really do anything at this stage.
You've reached one day. They've got Miller locked up in that town. Check your iDroid for his location. I hope to hell he's alright. He's not your average client.
Right. Now because it's turning more dusk, we're able to actually go into our advantage. Now we can play some of these things, so we haven't just got like the stuff that we were shown. But we've got other bits. I did do a recording, I think, a while back, but we'll go through this again at other points. So,
Boss, your mission is to rescue the target Kazuhia Miller, the man you called your partner 9 years ago. Miller was training guerrilla rebels near the Pakistani border when he was captured by the Soviets. He's currently being held at Dawandehar. Rescue Miller from the Soviet troops and extract him by chopper. That's tarragon, a type of medicinal plant. It contains trace amounts of a benzodiazepine derivative that's the active ingredient in pentazimine.
alright, so at this point now we have to take on the, what is it? The advantages of being at night. So, while you're in shaded areas like this, you are, in a sense, harder to see. If we blend in with the grass and the ground by going prone, it will be even more difficult to see. So we need to be aware of our day and sort of light areas. Now we can still hold guards up, but we can't interrogate them. So try to keep this in mind when you do your first playthrough of this. However, once you've gotten so far in the game, so let's say you complete it, you're able to interrogate the guards automatically due to, you know, you've completed the game. Keep in mind as well on how quick you walk. If you kind of walk slowly, you'll be very difficult to obviously be heard, but at the same time you're also much more likely to be spotted. So this is why checking your corners is key, and also trying to mark as much enemies as possible if you can. Now you might see some random objects placed around here, and oh look, we've been seen, so we're going to want to move back if we can. Alright, so he's curious.
Капитализм. Всего есть своя цена. Ладно, мне пора. Увидимся.
You can also spot without your intel scope by holding R3 to zoom in. Now we're going to try and go through here through shortcut if we can. Some more resources. So if this is like your very first time, you do come across resources, take them, because your mother base won't produce them just yet until you get a base development platform strut. Oh look, another large diamond. We've got a large diamond this time. This is good. Getting the diamonds at this stage will be more beneficial for you in the very beginning. Right, we know that Kaz is in this building, but where is he? We can hear him, but we can't see him. Alright, we're going to have to be very careful now. So I know that's where one guard is. No guards here. No guard there.
That's the building, boss. That's where they're holding Miller.
Alright, so far we've only made one kill.
A portable toilet. If you're gonna hide inside, watch the enemy doesn't decide to use it. Same goes for hiding downed enemies in it.
And you want to be careful when you do that as well, when you take stuff. the recordings and stuff. Is that him? Well, he keeps on saying boss, so it has to be him, but he's missing a leg and an arm.
God. No more use for me, huh?
Kaz, it's me. I'm here to get you out.
Snake.
They do something to your eyes?
No, it's just bright as all.
There he is.
What took you so long?
We'll talk, but not here.
Alright.
You've secured the target. I'll send the chopper to get you out. Make your way to the RV. You can check the location on your iDroid.
And you got multiple choices, but I wouldn't say recommend where you go. That's entirely up to you how you want to extract cars. You can't falter him out, even if, let's say, you complete the game. Oop.
Age hasn't slowed you down one bit. Not so heavy anymore, right?
Alright. We probably didn't have to shoot the guy, but you never know. It's caused a distraction, which is good.
Magic words, boss. I've been waiting 9 years to hear 'em. Kept you waiting, huh? Come on. Say it for all time's sake.
Maybe later, cars.
The wormwood, also known as absinthium. That's used to make your phantom cigars.
Oh look, there's another diamond here. Lucky us.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Right. Time to go.
This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. We'll stand by.
Lost it all that day. Everything.
Ahab, do you read me? This is Pequod. There's a gas covering the LZ. We can't land. Pulling back.
Gas. It's them. Boss, watch out. It's the skulls. Don't let them find us.
Boss, whatever that mist is, it's all around you. We can't see through it. I'm changing the RV so it's outside the mist. Get over there. The chopper will be waiting.
Right. Now, this is what you're going to probably turn around and say, well, how are you supposed to get out of this? Generally, it's probably not. You can't go out this way. And to be quite frank, you can't get out any other way. So, you can't... It's very difficult. You'd have to look at the situation as it is. So, put cars on here. Now... These guys can keep up with even D-Horse, so we're gonna have to... Deep breath.
Run, boss! You got to lose him! The mist is cleared, and it looks like they're gone.
Whew! Cars is okay, I guess. He isn't dead.
Those things. That's the unit that attacked us before. They came at us real fast in the same kind of mist. Ah, man. Survivors from 9 years ago were wiped out in minutes. I don't know what they want, but it's them. No mistake.
Alright, cuz.
All right, put Miller in. Gaining altitude.
D-Horse gets extracted. Ah, A rank. It's not that bad. No deployment costs. We're doing pretty well. Our heroism is going back up.
We're headed for the Seychelles. That's where our new home is now. Hey. That was some operation we had, huh? 9 years ago. Carving out our own world. Making our own future. And they took it away. I'm gonna rebuild it. Make a new place. Together. That we can call home. Yeah, we were dogs, all right. Slinking around out of Cypher's sight. Digging up whatever kind of dirty money we could find. You name it. We did it. You see this? Diamond Dogs. Our new home. A phantom of our former selves. Triumph. Death. We weren't allowed either. Yeah. I remember it all.
Hmm. Now, what do we do?
Snake. Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Every night, I can feel my leg, and my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost, the comrades I've lost, won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still there. You feel it too, don't you? I'm the one who got caught up with Cypher. A group above nations, even the US. And I was the parasite below, feeding off Zero's power. They came after you in Cyprus. Then Afghanistan. Cypher just keeps growing. Swallowing everything in its path. Getting bigger and bigger. Who knows how big now? Boss. I'm gonna make them give back our past. Take back everything that we've lost. And I won't rest until we do.
Approaching Mother Base.
Our new Mother Base. I don't know how long it'll take, but I'll make it bigger. Better than before.
God. What should I do?
Boss,
Tell me. Tell me like you used to.
See now, if back when this game was first released, many people didn't think that this was the real Snake, even back then, because like certain things are quite telling. But then people chose to ignore this until you played the game. So I'll keep my mouth shut for this. Come on, buddy.
things have changed, boss. We pull in money, recruits, just to combat Cypher. rubbing our noses in bloody battlefield dirt. All for revenge. The world calls for wet work, and we answer. No greater good. No just cause. Cause. Cypher sent us to hell. But we're going even deeper.
I know. I'm already a demon. Heaven's not my kind of place anyway.
Dogs of war for 9 whole years. That ends today. Now you're not sleeping, and we're not junkyard hounds. We're diamond dogs.
Let them talk.
We can crush Cypher, boss. And you can build the army that can do it.
Just one thing, Kaz. This isn't about the past. We're fighting for the future.
Alright, so welcome to Mother Base. So this is the first thing that you get. Alright, yes, this place is very small. You've only got one
Boss,
strut.
there's something I want to talk about. It concerns the running of Mother Base. Come meet with me.
Hang on a second, I wonder if I can clean myself, can I?
Boss!
Yep. Let's detox for a moment, shall we? There we go.
Boss, come meet with me. You came. This base belongs to you now. Make Diamond Dogs the force it deserves to. Like any organization, we need good people, and we need to make good use of their talents. Miller asked me to lay that out for you. To start bringing people in, use this. It's a Fulton recovery device. When you're in the field, use it to extract any soldiers or prisoners you want back here. And we'll see if we can't persuade them to join the ranks of Diamond Dogs. Go on. Test it out on the staff here. Anyone you want. First, put them to sleep. You have a tranquilizer gun, don't you?
I'm ready, boss.
That won't work on me. I've had drug resistance training. First, out like a light. Now approach him and extract him. Good. Extraction complete. You can only Fulton recover someone if they're not resistant. No dead bodies either. They don't make great recruits. The staff member you just extracted will be assigned to the team best suited to his abilities. See for yourself. Open your iDroid. Select staff management from the mother... So that staff member was placed on the R&D team. The R&D team is in charge of developing all kinds of weapons and items that will support you on missions. Take a look at the development list. Select weapons items under the development heading. That's the R&D team's development list. See the item called cardboard box? Didn't seem much use to me, but Miller was adamant that you'd want it on the list. The last word in infiltration technology, or so he said. In any case, we don't have the manpower to develop it just yet. We need more staff on the team. Go extract a few more people. You can also Fulton extract individuals you've knocked out. Why don't you try knocking someone out with CQC next?
Let's do this,
Show them how it's
boss.
done, boss. Try throwing them. It's the best way to knock someone out instantly.
Get up.
It's all right, there's no hurry. Just relax and try again. Excellent, boss. Now extract it. Good. Extraction complete. One thing I should mention. A Fulton extraction won't always be successful. If the person is injured, the shock of it could kill them. And if the weather's unfavorable, well, they could end up going missing. You can determine the chance of success by approaching the person you want to extract. If you want to be sure you can get them out, best carry them to the chopper instead. All right, extract the next staff member.
Don't pull any punches.
If there are multiple adversaries nearby, perform CQC on them in quick succession. This allows you to take them all out before any of them can strike back.
Thanks for that, boss.
That's the boss, I know. Pretty good. Now extract it. Now that we have more people on the R&D team, its level has gone up. It should be able to develop the cardboard box now. Open your eye droid. Select Weapons Items under the Development heading. Now select Cardboard Box and start development. Be aware that development requires fun. Development has finished. You can have the support unit supply you with weapons and items you've developed. Think of it as your own personal delivery service.
Fairly simple.
And there it is. Not sure what it's good for, but Miller said you know what to do. Try it out. One last thing. The staff members you extracted were all placed on the R&D team, but that was Miller's decision. If you think they belong somewhere else, feel free to move them around. That about does it. You won't make any GMP or find recruits hanging around here. Board the chopper when you're ready for a mission. Open your iDroid and select a landing zone to tell it where to pick you up. Or if you're still in the mood for knocking guys on their asses, you can stay around here a while. Give them in some practice. Just come pay me a visit.
Right, so we can now actually take a look at some stuff. We can call in a helicopter if we need to. And
Boss, let's practice your CQC. Begin by grabbing it. Once you've grabbed someone, you're free to do as you like. Interrogate him, knock him out, kill him. Scratch that last one for now. Go ahead and knock him out.
Don't pull any punches.
Good. Extract the staff member. Now for fist fighting. Strike an adversary repeatedly to knock him out. He'll stay unconscious for longer than if you throw him.
Boss.
Go on and extract him.
Let's do it.
This isn't like you, Snake. Try it one more time. Starting to feel like yourself again? The rest will fall into place with some time.
Thank you.
Go ahead and call the chopper from your eye droid.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Nice.
Gaining altitude.
This is just the beginning. I've been Charles 1K92, and I think we should call this an end, don't you? Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, I think we should call this an episode. I think.
Boss, I know you haven't been back long, but I prepared a list of missions for you. Open your eye droid. I've taken the job offers Diamond Dogs has received and made a list of those I want you to consider. Which ones you accept is your call. The objectives of the missions I've added are prisoner rescue, facility sabotage, and high-value target elimination. Probably all a walk in the park for you, but they should help you get back on your feet. I put the mission details on a cassette tape. Refer to it if you decide to accept the mission. We'll receive GMP for completing missions, and extracting soldiers and prisoners will boost our ranks. Building up Mother Base is the first step to achieving our goal. If that means wet work, so be it. We're gonna have to get our hands dirty. I hope you're rested up, because we're not stopping. Not until the pain is gone. The future of Diamond Dogs is in your hands. We're counting on you, boss.
Pretty cool. So generally, yeah, this is what it's like. So at this moment we can take a look at what we can and can't do. We can go and take a look at our development. Now something to keep on note here is there is going to be a lot of things at this moment that you can see which need to be developed. So we've got some handguns, assault rifles, shotguns, sniper rifles, shields, C4, grenades and whatnot. Now some of these outfits are special kind of outfits, and anything that's gold is basically like downloadable kind of stuff. Now I haven't paid for anything, it's just part of the Metal Gear thing. The longer you play the game, the more shit you get. So if you start off like I have again, or you just bought the game, generally this is what you're going to see mainly for your development list. So you're going to see a little bit of your development of what you can get later on, and then as you continue to upgrade the weapons, you'll see that the tree continues going further afield. And if you continue to go down here, there's another weapon which is called the Tornado. Now for some reason we haven't got this yet due to it I'm guessing maybe our level in itself. We can get other things as well, like there have been some items which I've already developed, but we won't be able to get them until we have enough resources, even though technically I have got the resources. And then that's really it. So you'll find that you get SMGs as well, and they're categorized here. Assault rifles. So if we come down here, we've got these weapons. I know I said that I should call it an episode, but you know, meh. Shotguns next. Generally, what you should really be focusing on when it comes down to, let's say, any of the weapons is obviously your starting weapon. You can unlock further different trees as you go down. Same thing with grenade launchers. You can go like full-on grenade launcher lethality if you like. I think there was another one here, which is this is quite deadly. Sniper rifles. So this is what we will need, but then eventually I much prefer to get this, but we need to have a medical team, which we don't have just yet. Eventually we will be needing this and this. Practically we need everything. And then obviously your LMGs. I'm just going through this all because I think, you know, it's best to do this now than later. Your rocket launchers. So some of the stuff we haven't got yet because we don't have the equipment ready, or we just haven't researched it. Then you got your shields. Basically with these, it's like just normal shield, I guess. Whatever you want to call it. Decoys, baits, flare grenades, grenades themselves, smoke grenades, stun grenades, sleep grenades, decoys for your forward operating base. We'll talk about that later. Capture cages, LMG, well, sleeping gas mines, anti-tank mines, lethal or non-lethal, cardboard box tech. We wouldn't be anywhere without our cardboard boxes, and you can make different ones if you need to. You can also upgrade your night vision, and they go up to, I think, level 5, I think it is, no, level 4. Then you got your personal protection stealth camo or prototype. You got your phantom cigars, pentazamine, noctane, and so on. And then you got your in-scope. So the more you increase this, you're able to analyze the target. So it says here in the yellow, analyze function maximum analyzability is for B rank, and then you've got A rank, and then the last one will be anything up towards S rank. Now your iDroid will have a speaker function, so you're able to, I don't know, to have speakers, and then it's able to place more than one marker and go on and so forth. And then your Fulton device. So with this one, instead of carrying 12, you can hold up to 24. You can get cargo Fulton devices, so you're able to take cargo, and this is stretched to large cargo such as vehicles. So like with this one, you're only able to take mortars and turrets, and then you're able to take anti-air emplacements, vehicles of any kind, and so on. But we need a transportation specialist for this one. And then finally is your camouflage stuff. So you can research your camouflage if you need. So we've got basic olive drab, splitter, square, animal, golden tiger, desert fox, woodland, and there's more here. Sneaking suit is a nice addition to get, along with battle dress. Then you've got these special ones, which I think probably they're available for everybody. MGS3 fatigue, sneaking suit, tuxedo, Eva's one, and basically olive swimsuits if you need them. Whew, there's a lot to go through. So at the moment, everything is all put into one base, since we haven't been able to do anything. You can customise the base if you like, so we can change the colour, I think, if we're allowed to. Yep. I like to go with white, because, you know, why not? But you know what, in any case, I'm actually going to end this video here, and then we'll kick off with A Hero's Way. So see you guys later.